What's going on, everybody? Another live call-in show. Just getting everything set up here. You gotta love that. Uh, Getting the all of the things that's got to be set up. So, how's everybody doing tonight? Where are you tuning in from? Where are you watching from? Let me know in the comments where you all are watching from. Getting all the feeds up here. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram as well. So that's fun stuff. Let me know, can you all hear the music? There is music playing. Yukon, Brad Beatty says he's listening from Yukon. Welcome to the show, Brad. Chattanooga, Tennessee. I love it. Luther, I'm going to put you up here. You're the furthest away from where we are broadcasting from. Can anybody beat Chattanooga, Tennessee? If you can beat Chattanooga, Tennessee, let me know. Let's see it. Can you beat Chattanooga, Tennessee? Are you further away? Are you closer? You tell me. You guys let me know where you're watching from. I'm going to get that set up. Can you hear the music? The music should be going. So for those of you who are wondering what this is, what the hell is this? Well, it is a live call-in show. The phone lines are not open yet, so do not call yet. The phone lines are not open yet. In fact, let's take that off. So the phone lines will be open. We got a fun show today. We're just gonna talk and BS, and we're gonna talk about all of the things that we have going on. And let me know, can you all hear the music? Tony Paris. I don't know. Oh, you're just tagging some people. I love it. That is good stuff. Philippines, Ira okay, who can beat the Philippines? If you are listening from further away than the Philippines, let me know. All right. We're getting the music up and going. Let me know if you can hear the music. I think right now it shows that nobody can hear it. I'm working on it. Justin Ballard from Native Cures, Oklahoma, tuning in. Justin, welcome to the show. Appreciate you for joining in, Justin. Thank you so much. We have got a fun show tonight. We have a very fun show. Live call-in show. What was your worst breakup is the topic of the show today. I'm going to open up the phone lines here shortly, and we are going to get this thing rocking and rolling. I'm going to open up the phone lines. We're going to have a lot of fun with it, and we're gonna take your calls and listen to what is your worst breakup story. What's your worst breakup? Oh, you're going to tell us about it. Nakisha's Cape Town, South Africa. Okay, does that have the Philippines beat? I think the Philippines is still a little bit further away. I think the Philippines are still a little bit further away. I may be wrong on that. I may be wrong, but that is out there. I love that. I love that we have an audience from around the world. Can anybody beat the Philippines? Can anybody beat the Philippines? All right, we are about to get up and go in, open up those phone lines. Be thinking in the back of your mind, what's the worst breakup story that you have? Is it a crazy ex? We want to know about it. Do you want to call somebody out? We want to know about it. What is the craziest breakup story? Did somebody end up in jail? We want to know about it. That's what we're talking about tonight. What was your worst breakup? A little crazy, I know. Oh, I think I got the music thing figured out. Let me know if you can hear the music. If you can hear the music, give me a thumbs up or like a heart or a reaction of some sort. Let me know. I think I've got the music thing figured out. I think. All right. About to be live. on Instagram here. Going live. All right. Well, definitely want to thank everybody for jumping on. We really appreciate you all doing so. Really appreciate you all doing so. So again, what is this show? Well, let me tell you, Joint Conversations it's a live call-in show. So we're gonna have fun with it. We did our first episode last week, last Thursday, and it went really well. Not only did it go well, but we had a few callers that call in and tell us a little bit about their story. David, hello, welcome to the show, David. Thanks for joining in and commenting. Really helps us out. So yeah, we last week we did it was over the funniest high moments that you've had. So this week we're talking about what's your worst breakup. That is the topic of this week's show. And with that, first I want to say a huge thank you to The Chronic Magazine. It's a nationally published magazine. They're the ones that put on this production for us. So that's awesome. So huge thank you to them. And we're going to go ahead and open up the phone lines and hear what your best breakup or your worst. We want to know what your worst breakup story is. What is your absolute worst breakup story? What is it? We want to know it. And if you have one, make sure that you give us a phone call. 833-420-MAGG. 833-420-MAGG. That's 420-6244. And that is how you call in. You'll call in, tell us your worst breakup story. So Bono Up says, feature us. Yeah, we will. We're going to have to get in contact with you. We'll do that. Definitely reach out to the magazine for all that good fun stuff, what you're doing right now. So I don't know where you're joining from. If you're watching from Facebook, let me know if you're watching from Facebook, if you're watching from Instagram. Obviously I can see if you're watching here on Instagram, or if you are watching from YouTube, let me know that as well. We are broadcasting on all three, so that's fun. Luther says his wife was running off with a married preacher. Okay, Luther, seriously, give us a phone call and tell us this story. Come on, your wife was running off with a married preacher? Okay, we got to hear this story. If you want to hear this story right now, everybody let Luther know to tag in. We want to hear. Luther Wilford says his wife ran off with a married preacher. We want to hear, Luther. We want to hear the story. David's tuning in from Facebook. Thank you. Luther, let's hear it. We want to hear you. Call in 833-420-MAGG. That's 833-420-6244. Call in. Tell us this story. Worst breakup story. Luther, you got to call in. You can remain anonymous if you decide to call in. You do not have to give your name. You can give an alias. You can go by whatever name that you would like to go by. You don't have to give us your true identity. That is 100% okay. Messing with the lighting here. You don't have to give us your true identity. That would be okay if you didn't. Let me wave to some people here on Instagram. What's going on, Instagram? All right. So, yeah. Last week we did this show and we had a few call in, and it was a lot of fun. We had some people call in. They really enjoyed it. They contributed live to the show. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So let me know. Right now, everybody's watching. They're waiting for other people to call in. That happened on the last show last week. Everybody joined in, and then everybody just like hung out and waited for other people to call in and tell their stories. This week, we're talking about what's your worst breakup. If you have a bad breakup story, we want to know about it. Did you go to prison? Did your wife go to prison? Let us know. Jamie says she's watching from Houston, Texas, on FB there. Jamie, thank you so much for calling in. Jamie, do you have Do you have a bad breakup story? We want to hear about it. You got to call us and tell us. Let us know what your bad breakup is. Give us a phone call. Let us know. Tree is watching from Chilliwack, British Columbia. Hey, welcome. We appreciate that. Luther earlier said that his wife ran off with a married preacher. I don't know that Luther's going to call in. We want him to. We want to hear this story. For sure. Can anybody beat that? We want to know what your worst breakup story is. I have a couple of bad breakup stories. Nothing like this. And probably not really drama filled. Probably pretty drama filled, just in like, menial stuff, but nothing crazy. Yeah. So I don't know. We may or may not tell those as we go. Jamie says, I can't beat that. Jamie, but do you have a bad breakup story? Like, what's your worst breakup? We want to know about it. You got to have something. Call in and let us know. What's your worst breakup, Jamie? Come on. You've got something. I'm sure of it. We want to know what it is. Yeah, Luther running off with his wife. That's going to take the bar. But if he doesn't call in, then it doesn't really count. So if he doesn't call in, it doesn't count at all, I don't think. Let us hear what your worst breakup. Connection is spotty. There we are. We're back. Twisted Rue is tuning in. John, welcome. Okay, we got a caller. Let's see who this is. Hello. You're on with Joint Conversations. Who are we speaking with?
Okay, I don't want you to say my name.
What's that?
I don't want you to say my name.
Okay, you don't. I won't say your name, but you make up a name and we'll go by it.
Oh man, it doesn't matter. Okay, check it out. It was like a week before my birthday, and my boyfriend and I had been together for like 4 years, and all of a sudden he didn't come home from work, and he didn't call, and he was like missing for 3 days. Literally called the cops in the hospital. His family, no one could find him, and apparently he had gambled every dollar of our money and hauled ass and hid, and I never saw him again.
Oh my gosh. He just took off, and like he didn't even tell you where he was going or nothing. He just like packed it and was out.
Like that was it. We've been together for a long time. That was the end of it.
And you've never heard from him again?
No, never.
Oh my gosh. So how much did he gamble away? I mean, I'm sure he probably lost all of it, I imagine.
Yeah, everything.
Oh,
like there's not a penny in the bank.
Wow. And so you've never been able to like get a hold of him? Did you like what happened whenever you called him or reached out to him on social media or anything like that?
No, he was never on social media or anything like that. I mean, once I figured out what was going on, obviously when it took about a week, I guess, and then I kind of figured out what was going on. One of his friends was like, okay, he has a gambling problem. Well, I had no idea. So that was when I figured out, okay, he's dodging me. Like, this is what's going on. There's no money. Like, everything added up. And then,
wow.
That was it.
That's so. How long were you guys together before this happened?
A couple of years.
No way. So
yeah, straight up.
He hid his gambling problem for 2 years.
Yep, 100%. I had no idea.
Oh my gosh. That is crazy. Wow. So did you Did you like ever get a hold of his family or anything to try to like touch base it, or was it like one of those relationships like you guys didn't do that?
Like he sent money to the house like periodically, like I want to say maybe 6 months later. But I
Golly.
mean, how do you reconnect after something like that? You know what I mean?
No joke. You didn't even get closure in the deal. You didn't even get to tell him like what a piece of shit he was or anything.
Yeah, I think that was the hardest part too. It's like you really just want to say, you know what, you're really sorry for what you did, but I mean, what's the point really? At that point, what's the point in even?
Wow. That's so crazy. So I just can't believe like he was living a double life for 2 years.
Yep, 100%.
Wow.
I was so I don't know. And then apparently, from what I understand, he was just too scared to come back and face me.
So he stuck around, like he.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's somewhere, I'm sure. I mean, he's probably in his side of town or whatever. But I'm not the type of person to look for somebody. So, I mean, it's over. It's over. What do you do? So, okay, that's it. That's all I have. I went out.
Thank you for calling in. We appreciate you.
Thanks. Have a good day. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. That is crazy. Oh my gosh. So she was dating this guy for 2 years, and he was living a double life. He hid a gambling problem and hid that from her, and then like just took off and gambled all their money away. Holy crap. That is crazy. Like, who does that? That is, I mean, I can't imagine like, so you were together for 2 years. I mean, and she said she's not the kind that would hunt him down and just really lay into him, but man, that seems a little crazy. That for 2 years, and then gambled all their money away. Everything that they'd saved up, everything. She gambled it all away. Woo! I'll tell you what, if that happened to me, it would take a lot to not convince me to probably get a hitman. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't get a hitman, but holy crap. I mean, really, your worst breakup is like she didn't even get closure. She basically just took all he did was he took all the money and rolled. That was it. Gambled it all away. That's horrible. Man. Well, listen, that absolutely sucks. I can't imagine that. And then the fact that you don't get any closure, with that is even worse. I mean, you can't be like, hey, what the hell were you thinking? Why did you do that? Woo. That's rough. That's a rough one. Well, thank you for that, caller, for calling into Joint Conversations. We're a live call-in show here, Joint Conversations, and we come to you guys every week, and we have different topics that you all get to call in live on. You can be completely anonymous. You don't have to give your name or anything like that. And this week, we're talking about what's your worst breakup. Can anybody beat that? Luther earlier said that his wife ran off with a married preacher, but Luther didn't call in, so that doesn't count. So right now, we got an anonymous caller. She says that her boyfriend of 2 years went to the store to get a gallon of milk, didn't come back, and ended up gambling all their savings and everything that they had worked for, gambled it all away. And he couldn't face her, so he ran away. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I would have found his mama. I would have found his mama and been like, listen, what kind of kids are you raising here? This is crazy. You can't be doing that crap. That's crazy. Can anybody beat that? Can you beat that? That's a pretty crazy story. Yeah. I can't imagine. Even my breakup stories don't come nowhere near that. Like mine's like pretty like vanilla breakup stories. You know, she like broke up and she kept okay. Oh well, all right. My high school sweetheart broke up with me and left me for my best friend. So you talk about a double whammy. That's like a double kick in the nuts because you know you lose. Not only do you lose your girlfriend of 2.5, almost 3 years, but you also lose your best friend. So that sucks. Quinn X Rogers. The number is to call in 833-420-6244. So 833-420-MAG, M-A-G-G. That's the number to call in. If you've got a bad breakup story, we want to hear about it here on Joint Conversations, a live call-in show that we're going to be doing every single Thursday. And we're going to take your calls. Oh, we got a caller right now. All right.
Hello.
Hello. You're on with Joint Conversations.
Okay, yeah, this is perfect.
Awesome. Well, what's your worst breakup story?
Okay, so my name is Quinn. I was just watching just a second ago, and my craziest breakup story goes, I was dating someone, and while we were dating, as soon as we started dating, like just as we decided, both of us, that we were gonna date, I was being cheated on for 3 years and didn't know.
So you guys, let me get this straight. Okay. So you were dating each other beforehand, and then you decided that, hey, okay, well, now we're going to do this. We're going to be serious. Then you found out that she had been cheating on you for 3 years previous?
No. Okay, so it goes, I was meeting someone, I was talking to someone, we were talking, right?
Yeah.
In the beginning stages.
Okay.
We started dating, and as soon as we started dating, I was being cheated on.
Oh, and you guys dated for 3 years.
And we dated for 3 years.
Oh my gosh. So the whole time she had somebody on the side.
Yes.
I mean, was he even he wasn't even a sugar daddy. He wasn't paying no bills or nothing?
No.
Damn. What the hell kind of thing is that? You can't, I mean, golly. So you guys dated for 3 years. You got to know each other. Things were getting serious. Nothing ever like slipped. You didn't like see her like run off to the bathroom with her phone, or like she never, like there was no like, were there any red flags at all?
No, there was red flags. Would never let me see the phone, and I just feel like, okay. And I just feel like what was said was like, I have insecurities, and I would just like, okay, everyone has insecurities, but yeah, I mean, like, if I love you, that should be, we should be able to work on that. But I let it go on for a while, and then after a while, like, I just seen that this package come to the mail one day, and then the package was from someone that
it was the guy
we met up with, yeah. And then
what was the package?
It was just it was a thing after Christmas, and it's like, I miss you, and I had fun, and yeah, that's just how it was.
Whoa! So she didn't even spend Christmas with you, man. That's rough.
Did, but I was at work.
Yeah.
At the time. Yeah.
Wow. So what? I mean, do you want to warn anybody out there what her name is? Steer clear. If you have any red flags out there, what? So if you give some advice, if give some advice to everybody who's watching this now and who's going to watch it on the replay, give some advice. If there are some red flags out there, what is it? Insecure is not. I mean, everybody's insecure about something or another, but I mean, well, here's one red flag. If she goes away for Christmas and gets an "I miss you" note in the mail, listen, that ain't the kind of hallmark you want your girls getting.
Exactly.
Quinn, man, I can't look for 3 years. That's crazy. So what did you do when you confronted her? You were like, yo, 3 years we've been dating, and you decided to just throw all that away, or you, I mean, how did you confront? What happened when you said something to her?
When the confrontation happened, I was just, I don't know. I suspected something, so, by that time I was,
you were pretty much checked out.
Yeah, I was like, I guess.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Man. Did you love her?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, man, she got you deep. She got her hooks in there deep. Man.
Yeah.
What's some advice that you'd give to everybody to watch out for? What was the first red flag? That way everybody knows what to watch out for.
Okay, the first red flag I would say is open communication. If the person is not open, or like if they're not trying to work on something with you and can be open and honest with you, like you do understand boundaries, but there'll be a time where, you know, like you're just gonna have to be open because you're gonna be together forever, so you might as well just, you know,
be open about it.
Yeah.
Be open about it and have that open communication. That's the only thing that's gonna make it work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty crazy. I can't believe that. That is 3 years is a long time to be hiding a relationship with somebody. So when did she like sneak out of the house or to go meet this guy, or was she like just long like holiday breaks? She'd be like gone for a bit, or like I'm going to work.
It would be when I'm doing something.
Wow. Okay.
Like it was just like, yeah, it was like double life almost.
Wow. Man, Quinn, I feel bad for you, brother. Definitely watch for those red flags if you're out there listening. Watch for those red flags and have open communication. That's what we can learn from that one.
Yeah.
Quinn, thank you so much, man, for calling in to Joint Conversations.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, bye.
Man, 3 years. They dated for 3 years. And the moment that they started dating, she got herself a side piece. She was running around out there with a side piece, not communicating. This man had to go to work. He was hanging out with his friends, and she straight up did him dirty. Got a side piece. That is not good. Quinn, my man, I feel bad for you. I definitely recommend making sure that you got that piece of, you got to be watching for those kind of red flags. That is for real. Yeah. So thanks for calling in. Appreciate you, Quinn, for calling in here to the Joint Conversations, the live talk show here. You can be anonymous. You don't have to. To say your name on air, but we are talking about what's your worst breakup this week. This is this week's conversation. We want to know, what is your worst breakup? What happened? Luther earlier said that his wife ran off with a married preacher, but he didn't call in, so that's all right, Luther. We'll let it slide. And then we had an anonymous caller call in. She said that they were dating for 2 years. Her and her boyfriend were dating for 2 years and ran off. He just decided to go to the store one day to get a gallon of milk and ran off and gambled everything away. And then we had our boy Quinn here call in, and Quinn says they started dating. Things got a little serious. They started dating. They fell in love, or at least he did. And he started to see some red flags, and he confronted her, said, "Hey, we ain't doing this." And comes out that she'd been dating somebody else for 3 years. That's crazy. That is crazy. So do you have a crazy breakup story? Can you beat that? Do you have something? Do you want to call out your ex? Do you want to, whatever? Do you got something that we can all learn from? Do you have a story? We want to know it. We want to hear it. Here on Joint Conversations, give us a phone call. Let us know. We want to hear it. Let us know. Worst breakup, give us a phone call. Let us know. 833-420-6244. That's 833-420-MAGG. You just give us a phone call. You can remain anonymous. But we want to know, what is your worst breakup story? We want to know what it is. I'm sure that you all have it out there. You're watching. You're waiting for people to call in. But you're not calling in yourself. Come on now. We've got people watching from all over. So if you're tuning in from YouTube, thank you so much. We really appreciate you tuning in from YouTube. We broadcast and syndicate this across Facebook, YouTube, and our Instagram, as well as over to our corporate page, The Chronic Magazine. Chronic Magazine is who puts this on, this Joint Conversations live show here. And we're going to be doing this every single Thursday at 7 o'clock and have different topics every single week that you can call in and talk about. This week, we're talking about what's your worst breakup. Can any of you beat that? The Loud G says she's patiently waiting for somebody to call in. Come on. We got you out there listening. We know you're listening and you're waiting to call in. You're waiting for somebody to tell their breakup story. When you know deep down you have your own breakup story, and we want to know what it is. So we're going to give you the platform to do it. Call them out. If you think they're a POS, go ahead and let them know that. Call them out. Let the pond of fish, if you will, know that you should steer clear of this person. We want to know. You don't have to say your name, though. You can be completely anonymous. You can remain completely anonymous. We won't say nothing if you want to. It's up to you. But we want to know, what is it? Patiently waiting. Last week we did funniest stoner moment. What was your funniest stoner moment? We did that last week. And we had a couple of people call in. One of them called in, and they had problems. They had a grow, and they had a fly problem. Couldn't figure out the fly situation. They had a ton of flies that they couldn't kill. They called it the fly apocalypse. It was definitely all over everything, and a lot of you guys gave a lot of really great recommendations. So definitely. That's always a good thing. We can learn. This is a learning show as well, Joint Conversations. And then we had another caller call in and told us about getting pulled over, I think. I'm pretty sure. So that was pretty crazy. I think we had 3 callers last week. We were on the air for about an hour and 45 minutes. And so, yeah, kind of what we do is we just come live here every single week. We're going to be doing this. We're going to have different topics. You tell us. And then when we see calls starting to die down, we're going to shut her down. We're going to shut her off. So let us know if you're just now joining in. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you guys. This is Joint Conversations, a live call-in show where we have different topics. And you can call in to 833-420-MAGG. And tell us what your stories are. So this week we're talking about this week we're talking about what's your worst breakup. So do you have a bad breakup story? We want to know. Let us hear what it is. Let us mourn with you. Let us be mad with you. And if we need to enact revenge, well, then we will. I'm just kidding. We won't do that. Appreciate everybody tuning in on YouTube, Facebook. Thank you guys for joining in. If you're just joining in, you guys and gals for joining in on Facebook. We see a bunch of you guys coming in, so appreciate that. Over here on Instagram as well. Thank you so much. Jamie says, a great show. See you next Thursday. Jamie, we appreciate it. Thank you so much. We hope to see you next week as well. And I'm not sure what next week's topic is going to be just yet. But we hope that, we see you next week. Hopefully that you call in. We appreciate you definitely tuning in. It means a lot to us. If you give us a like, a heart, a share greatly helps us. Sharing this is a huge help. Share it over to a group. Share it over to your page. Let us know. If you're tuning in from anywhere else, we appreciate you. Let's say hello to our Instagram fam over here. Mad Cap'n. We appreciate you. Hello. Thanks for joining in. I can't see who's jumping in live on YouTube or Facebook. I can't see who is watching like I can on Instagram. It's a little different, but we appreciate you jumping in. This is a joint conversations. You guys call in with your worst breakup story. Do you have a bad breakup story? We want to know about it. 420-833-420-MAGG. Matt Capin says, what's up? Not much, Matt Capin. We're listening to people's bad breakup stories. They have bad breakups. We want to hear them. Do you have a bad breakup story, Matt Capin? We want to know about it. Great to see you all. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it very much. Yeah, we want to know, what is your bad breakup story? What's your worst breakup? Maybe it wasn't too bad. Mine was bad. My girlfriend in high school broke up with me for my best friend. So that sucked. I lost the girlfriend and a best friend because there was no way in fuck I was going to be his friend after that. And yeah. So, but that's okay. She ended up getting married later on down. Karma's a bitch. We'll just put it that way. She ended up getting married on down the road, and he left her for another guy, and then yeah. So, karma comes around in these relationships out there. So it happens. Chris.allen.tv. Let me make sure I say it right. What's going on, Chris? Thanks for joining in. This is Joint Conversations. We're going to be doing this show every Thursday. Here on Joint Conversations, we're going to be having live just topics that you can tune in and watch. We want to know what it is. What is your bad breakup story? What's your worst breakup? We want to know. We got a lot of you on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. You're patiently waiting for people to call in and tell us their breakup story. You guys give us a phone call. Let us know, what is your bad breakup story. We want to know it. We know you have one. Does it beat? Did you ever have a girlfriend or boyfriend leave you for their best friend? Did you find out they were sleeping with your best friend? Or maybe a sister? Maybe a brother? I don't know. You tell us. Cannabis Real Estate Oklahoma says tomorrow is Friday the 13th. So, right. I mean, if tomorrow is Friday the 13th, so we definitely need to be like, what is your revenge stories? I totally should have played that into this episode. Like, what is the greatest revenge? Chris says the problem with relationships is modern. Women want traditional. Men don't want it versus traditional women. Yeah, okay. I understand that. Call in and tell us a little bit more about that, Chris. What do you mean by that? Do you mean, modern women want traditional men, but their traditional women want modern men? Modern women want traditional men, but don't want to VE traditional women. They don't want to be traditional women. I got you. So we got modern women out here wanting to be with a traditional man, but they don't want to be a traditional woman. So the synergies are not linking up at all. Yeah, that's probably not going to work out, I'm sure. If you are a modern person and you want to be with somebody that's more traditional, that's definitely not going to work out. I agree with you. What do you mean by modern and traditional, I wonder? Does that mean like modern meaning like polyamorous? You're into multiple partners? That's what I see on the TikTok. Everybody's into that. Or do you mean like modern being like women that they work, they want to, they're the ones that are going out working and being the breadwinners for the family? What do you mean by modern women? Probably less traditional, meaning, they don't want the relationship where they're in the kitchen cooking, cleaning all day and being a stay-at-home wife or stay-at-home lady. I bet that's what you mean. Yeah, perfect. That makes more sense. Yep. He says that's it. That is exactly it. So women want that kind of man, But men don't want that kind of. Do men want that kind of woman? What do men want? Do men want? Do more men out? Is there more men out there that are traditional men? Do they want more of a modern woman, or do they want a traditional woman as well? A lot of this probably comes down with you're seeking relationships from the wrong places. You're seeking, not that there is such thing as a wrong place. It's just that if I'm looking for this type of person, I'm less apt to find them in certain locations. So, yeah. If you're just tuning in, thank you all so much for tuning in on Facebook, over on YouTube and Instagram. This is Joint Conversations. This is a live call-in show. You can remain 100% completely anonymous. You don't have to say who you are. This week's topic is, what's your worst breakup story or relationship as a whole? You tell us. Do you have some relationship advice? Can we be better lovers? If you've got some ways for us to be better lovers, then let us know that as well. Call in 833-420-MAGG. That's 833-420-6244. We want to know, do you have some advice for us? Yeah, we want to know. Let us know what you're thinking. That's the goal. That is what we want to know. Give us a call. I see a lot of you, you're out there patiently watching. You're out there watching. You haven't called in yet. Come on now. Give us a phone call. Don't be shy. You can remain anonymous. Everybody has a bad breakup story. I'm sure of it. Like I said, it can't be. Luther earlier, his wife ran off with a married preacher. And then we had another anonymous caller call in. And she and her boyfriend were dating for 2 years. And he basically said, I'm going to the store one day, and then took all the money out of the account and went and gambled everything and lost it all. And then just ran away. Never showed back up. Was gone. Peaced out. So that's pretty crazy. And then our last caller, Quinn. Quinn had his girlfriend and him started dating. They were dating for quite some time. And for 3 years. Well, he started to get some weird suspicions, called her out on it. He thought she had just some insecurities. She was hiding her phone, blah, blah, blah. Goes away for Christmas, gets something in the mail that says, I miss you. Smiley face, kissy face, XOXO. And turns out his girlfriend had a secret lover for 3 years. From the moment they started dating, she had a secret lover. So the question is at that point, was that guy the side piece, or was Quinn the side piece? That's a question. Quinn, if you're still listening, let us know. Were you the side piece, or was he the side piece? Who was the main guy? Or gal? Who was the main one? We want to know that one. I should have asked that question. I didn't even think to ask it. That's a good question. We want to know. We want to know. We've had so tonight we've had people tune in from Chattanooga, Tennessee, the Philippines, British Columbia, South Africa, Oklahoma, several from Oklahoma. If you're tuning in, just not tuning in, thank you all for tuning in and watching. We appreciate that. We really appreciate you all tuning in. It means a lot to us. Do us a huge favor. Share the stream, the broadcast with others. It helps us out tremendously. We want to know. Let's do this. Let's take one more call. And then we'll end the show. Unless we get another call right after that. But let's take one more call, and then we'll end the show. Tell us what your bad breakup is. We want to know here on Joint Conversations. You could remain completely anonymous. You don't have to. You can even do a voice changer if you want to. It's up to you. It's up to you completely. But we want to know. Let's do it. Let's take one more call and see what's going on. We got Twisted Rue tuning in. John Campbell. Jamie. Tree. Gloria. David. Justin. Ira, Nikisha. I hope I said that right. Nikisha, Nikisha, Brad. So appreciate you all joining in, watching the show. I don't know that you're here unless you comment. So let me know. Unless you're on Instagram, I can see who's joining in, jumping on and off on Instagram. I can't see on Facebook or on YouTube who's jumping in and joining. But if you are watching, let us know where you're watching from, and let us know where you're watching from and what you've got going on tonight. What are you doing tonight? We want to know. Do you remember when I was a kid, there used to be this I think Friday night, there was slow jams. And it was on the radio station, slow jams. A-Rod Willie Style joining in over here on Instagram. Thanks, A-Rod, for joining in. We appreciate you. Welcome to Joint Conversations, a live call-in show. You can remain completely anonymous. You don't have to tell us your real name or who you are. Or you can just go by your username. The phone number is 833-420-MAGG. Kindoki, welcome to the show. Welcome to Joint Conversations. This week we're talking about worst breakup stories. We want to know, what's your worst breakup story? I want to know what it is. And so do our viewers. We want to know what it is. You can remain completely anonymous. What's your worst breakup story? Give us a phone call. Let us know. 833-420-MAGG. We're going to take one more phone call and listen to it. It was pointed out to me a little bit earlier by Oklahoma Cannabis Real Estate on Instagram that tomorrow is Friday the 13th. So this is your platform to seek revenge. If you want this to be your revenge, let us know. Yeah, so Joint Conversations is definitely something that we're doing. Progressive Grow, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining in. Let me give you a wave here. Madcap and down here in Southeast Oklahoma is grilling and chilling. That's what I love. I love that. I wore my Crocs today, and I was telling people that I'm if you ain't crocking, you ain't rocking. So I hear you. I love it. Grilling and chilling. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. I want to know. Do you have a bad breakup story? We want to know, what is your worst one? I see a lot of you tuning in, but you're not calling. You're waiting for that somebody else to call. But you can remain anonymous. That's why we're doing it. Kindoki, much love. Absolutely. Kindoki is an amazing processor here in the state of Oklahoma. They do amazing stuff, provide amazing medicine for the cannabis patients out there. If you haven't already, go follow them over on Instagram, Kindoki, at Kindoki. They are a good group of people. I know them personally. They are a good group. What is your worst? Kindoki, do you have a bad breakup story? We want to know what it is. Let us know. Let us know what it is. We want to know. Last week, our episode was, we went on and on. It was crazy. I think we did for like 2 hours. There was a lot of engagement. If you're watching now, you can comment. You don't have to tell us. You don't have to call in. You can just comment and tell us what it is. What is your show? What's your bad breakup story? Where are you tuning in from? Matt Captain said, we got some Dana Edibles Company. All right. I like it. That's his chewing on some good old edibles there. Gummies? Is it gummies? I don't know. Gummies always really mess me up, man. Whew. It's like I have to, if it's a 25 milligram gummy, I have to quarter that motherfucker out because golly, it gets me. Garlic butter going on the chops. Oh, they got some great products. Yeah, garlic butter. Listen, they don't get no better than that. Garlic butter on some pork chops. That sounds good. Now you throw some corn on the cob with that. Oh, it's over. It's over. Throw some corn on the cob. I love it. Let us know where you guys are tuning in. Hey, thanks for joining us over on YouTube. We appreciate you all joining us over on YouTube. We see you guys. I don't know who is watching. I can't tell who's watching on YouTube. I can see you over there on YouTube, but I don't know who's watching. I don't know how to tell. I don't know how to tell who's watching. And yeah, so I don't know how to tell, but I can see who's joining in from Instagram, and I can't see on Facebook unless you comment or say something. That's the only way I can see you on that's the only way I can see you on Facebook. So if you're just tuning in, we appreciate you doing so. It means a lot to us. It's Joint Conversations. It's a live call-in show that we're going to be doing every single Thursday, where we're going to be doing a live call-in show. I think we're going to play around with the dates. We might end up doing like a Saturday or a Sunday, maybe even a Friday deal. I'm going to try to test the water and see what days get the best engagement and what times. Want to do it kind of at nights because I think that works well. Most people are probably out drinking on Friday nights. But definitely thanks for tuning in. We see you joining in over on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We appreciate you. Welcome to Joint Conversations. It's a live call-in show. This week we're talking about what's your worst breakup story? Do you have a bad breakup story? We want to know about it. Let us know. What is your worst breakup story? Let us know what it is. You don't have to call in if you don't want to. And if you do call in, you can remain anonymous. So that's always a good thing. You can just comment below in the comment section. We will talk back to you. Let us know who you are, where you're watching from. Let us know where you're watching from. Are you here local? What are you doing right now? We want to know. We want to know. I think of the music. I think I got the music earlier. I had trouble getting the music up and going, but I think I've got it going. I think most of you now can probably hear what it is. I think most of you can. Do a little like ASMR. You guys ever watch ASMR? There's this one girl that I watch on ASMR. She has long nails and she scratches. And she whispers and it makes me fall asleep. Oh, I don't know why I like that, but for some reason, it's so soothing. ASMR. I didn't even know what that was until I got TikTok. My daughter had to teach me what that was. Crazy. Apparently, that's a thing. People like to hear. They like the ASMR stuff. They like the soft talking and the scratching of nails on a microphone. We did some ASMR videos a while back of joints, rolling joints and packing bowls and lighting up. That was cool. We didn't get as much engagement as we thought we could have gotten off that. I don't know if ASMR is maybe not a thing. I didn't even know what it was until recently. Didn't even know what it was. If you're joining us on Facebook, thank you so much for joining Joint Conversations, a live call-in show that we're going to be doing every Thursday. Comment below. Let us know where you're from. Let us know where you're watching from. Oklahoma? Are you watching us from New York? Texas? British Columbia? The Philippines? South Africa? We had South Africa a little earlier today. And the Philippines. I think the Philippines beats it. They definitely beat everybody. That's the farthest away, I think. I even looked it up on the map just a minute ago, and it turns out that the Philippines is actually the farthest away. So Nathan Peel is watching from North Southwest. NSW, Australia? NSW, Australia. What's NSW stand for, Nathan? North Southwest? I don't know. NSW, Australia. What is NSW? Let me look that up. NSW, Australia. I think Australia is broken up into like 5 different states. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. NSW, Australia. Oh, New South Wales. New South Wales, Australia. You've beat everybody. That's the furthest away. I think you can't get any further away from us than that. You literally have everybody beat tonight. That is awesome that you're tuning in from there. RC Family Farm, welcome. Nathan, definitely, he's tuning in from New South Wales, Australia. Sydney is over in that Sydney, the Gold Coast, Canberra. They're all watching from there. Space Accuse Exotics. Welcome to the show. We appreciate you tuning into Joint Conversations. Yeah, Nathan says New South Wales. Will you look that up? Brisbane. I have some friends from Australia. Believe it or not, I'm actually I'm a little bit popular in Australia. I used to do. I was featured in my old companies. I was featured in Entrepreneur Magazine, and I had the highest engagement of any Facebook group because I was using virtual technology that Facebook had allowed on their platform. That's now since been discontinued, but I was mentioned in Entrepreneur Magazine, and I developed quite a following in Australia and New Zealand, and quite a few people know me from over there. So that's interesting. In fact, I at one point had some stuff set up to where I was actually going to go and do a little tour over in Australia. But things didn't pan out the way that I wanted them to. So that's okay. Definitely New South Wales takes the cake. Farthest away than everybody. Farthest away? That's out there in the Tasman Sea. Yeah. Close to Victoria, Victoria Providence and Melbourne. I think it's states. Is it states, Nathan? If you're still watching, is it states or provinces or regions? Like, what do you call that? New South, is that a state of Australia? I can't remember. I can't remember if it's states or if it's province. No, I can't remember. I don't think it's provinces. I don't know. I can't remember. Interesting. This has been a few years ago. If you're tuning in over on Instagram, thank you all for joining in. Facebook as well. We appreciate you all tuning in to here at Joint Conversations. It's a brand new live Facebook social media show that we're going to be doing every single week. We're going to be testing the days of the show. Next week, I think we're going to change the day a little bit, maybe to see if we can get some more engagement. But right now, it's going to be Thursdays at 7 o'clock. Mr. Tracy J, welcome. Where are you watching from, Mr. Tracy J? Where are you watching us from? And can you hear the music? Let us know. Where are you watching from? Are you watching from here? It's states, Nathan says. So Australia is broken down into states. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 states. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 states, with Western Australia being their biggest. I also think that Western Australia is the least populated, which is interesting. It's like, I don't know what it's like. Canada is really big, but they don't have a very large population at all. Australia definitely outnumbers them. I've always wanted to go to Australia. I hear the Gold Coast is beautiful, and I have a lot of friends in Melbourne, Sydney, and up by Brisbane in the Gold Coast, which is good stuff. Oh, thanks, IG. Mr. Tracy says, thanks, Instagram, IG in Oklahoma City. You don't hear the music. That's interesting. I think some hear it, and some don't. Mr. Tracy J, do you have a bad breakup story? Do you have a bad breakup story? That's the topic of this week's Joint Conversations live call-in show. Do you have what's your worst breakup story? We want to know about it. We've had several so far. One guy's wife ran off with a married preacher. Another one, they were dating for 2 years. Her and her boyfriend were dating for 2 years. And her boyfriend basically ran away and stole all their money and gambled it all and lost everything. We had another one call in, and they'd been dating for 3 years, and turns out that the whole time she had a side piece. We asked Quinn if we were asking him earlier, was he the side piece or was the other guy the side piece? That he found out because they mailed something in the mail. Mr. Tracy J says, yeah, but I'm good on those stories. And not everybody wants to share their bad breakup story. That's okay. You can remain completely anonymous. You don't have to tell any. We're just giving you the platform. So tomorrow's Friday the 13th. So this is a perfect opportunity and platform to get your revenge. Warn others who not to be dating out there in the dating world. Let them know. Let us know. Who should we be avoiding out there? Who is potentially a bad mate? Chris earlier was saying that you got modern women wanting traditional men, but they don't want to be traditional themselves from his point of view. That's his point of view. That's what he thinks. I could see where, and I agree, because those two personality types definitely don't work out together. I think Fion8582, welcome to Joint Conversations. Welcome to Joint Conversation, weekly live call-in show. You guys can call in, tell us your worst breakup stories. 833-420-6244. That's 833-420-MAGG. Call in and let us know what your worst breakup story is. Huggatron420, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Fion8582, do you have a bad breakup story? I asked Mr. Tracy J earlier, and he didn't want to share those stories. Fion8582, do you have a bad breakup story? We want to know about it. Give us a phone call. Huggatron420 joined us. Do you have a bad breakup story? We want to know. Mr. Tracy J said, here's one thing. Stay away from side pieces. Married women are the worst girlfriends. Yeah, they don't make very good girlfriends. I can't imagine so. Married women are the worst girlfriends. You gotta hide them everywhere you go. You can't just go out and have dinner because you're always looking over your back. So you're always wondering who's around the corner. What has she said? What has she not said? Redbeard Dabbers, welcome to the show. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you're just now tuning in, this is Joint Conversations. It's a live call-in show. This week we're talking about what's your worst breakup. You can give us a phone call at 833-420-MAGG. That's 833-420-MAGG. Let us know. Golden Bong Award, welcome to the show. What's going on? How are you? Do you have a bad breakup story? We want to know. Do you? Do you have a bad breakup story? Maybe the breakup story, maybe your worst breakup is not in a relationship, traditional relationship. Maybe it's more like a business relationship. I've had a bad business relationship before. Pretty bad breakup. Stole a lot of money from me and equipment, and lesson learned there. Thank you all so much for joining in on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. We syndicate this show across all three platforms for the max amount of visibility. Joint Conversations, live call-in show. Golden Bong Award. If you're still watching, do you have a bad breakup? What's your worst breakup story? Fion8582, we know you do. You laughed a little too hard at Mr. Tracy J's comment, which was, and I quote, he says that the one thing and one piece of advice he gives is stay away from side pieces. Married women are the worst girlfriends. So do you agree or disagree? Are married girlfriends or boyfriends, do they make good significant others or no? I don't know. Let us know. I'm going to say they make bad relationship partners. You got to hide them. You're at dinner and you're looking over your shoulder. You got to sit with your back to the door, making sure nobody's walking in on you, because she probably left something out, or he left something out to kind of give away his tracks and let everybody know where he would be. That might be our topic of our next week's show. Have you ever walked in on a cheating spouse? Ooh, maybe that was the start of your breakup. Maybe that's what. Call in and tell us that. Who has that story? You've walked in and you've caught a spouse cheating, or have you ever caught a spouse cheating? And if you have, how? Did you break up? Did you not break up? Let us know. I know there's a bunch of stories out there. You all have them. We want to know what they are. What are they? We know you got them. Let us know. If you're joining in on Facebook, drop a comment. Let us know where you're watching from. Give us a heart, a like. Share the feed. It helps us tremendously. If you're watching on Instagram, please tag others. It helps us tremendously. It really helps everything out. And then if you're watching on YouTube, hey, we appreciate you so much. Thank you very much. Hit that subscribe button, and so you get notified every time we come live, which is we're going to be doing this joint conversations every single week. We're going to be coming live and talking about different topics. Golden Bong Award, are you still with us? You joined the feed. We want to know, are you still with us? Let us know. If you're on Facebook, make sure you drop a comment. Let us know where you're watching from. We've had people tune in from Australia, the Philippines, South Africa, Oklahoma, Texas, New York. I think we had New York earlier. Maybe that was last week. South Africa is not quite as far away as the Philippines. And Nathan beat everybody with New South Wales, Australia, because it barely beats out Australia or the Philippines. Just barely. Excuse me. Yeah. We want to know. All right. I'd say we were going to take one more phone call, but a lot of you all just want to watch, which is okay. You're allowed to do that. You just want to watch. You don't want to call in. That's fine. We get it. We get it. You're a consumer of the world. We want you to tune in. We want you to watch, but you don't want to. You don't want to call in. You don't want to tell us your worst breakup story. Everybody's got one. A little earlier, I told my breakup story. My breakup story was my probably maybe not the worst breakup. I don't know, but my breakup story was my high school sweetheart broke up with me for my best friend. So that sucked. I lost a best friend and my girlfriend. So what kind of friend was he? Not a very good one. But karma's a bitch. It got them both back. So it's all good. It's all good. All right. I appreciate you guys tuning in here to Joint Conversations. We're going to jump off here. Thank you again so much for joining in. We really appreciate it. Make sure you do us a favor. If you're tuning in live on Facebook, give this thing a share. Share it over into some groups. Give us a like, a heart. Give us some kind of reaction. And make sure that you follow us, so that way you can get reminders every time we come live on for Joint Conversations. If you're following us on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you get reminded. And Instagram, we appreciate you as always tuning in. All you got to do on Instagram is just hit the follow button, and you'll be notified every time we come live. And we're going to be going live every single Thursday as of right now at 7 p.m. We're going to be doing Joint Conversations. It's a live call-in show. So you can call in, you can remain anonymous and tell us your bad breakup stories. I'm going to close the phone lines down. And that's it. They are closed. We are not taking any more phone calls. And I appreciate you all so much for tuning in. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Make sure you share us over Shares help us and helps our reach greatly. And we hope to hear you next week. And if you are watching the live replay, make sure you comment below what is your worst breakup story. That would be interesting to know, whether you're tuning in for the replay on Instagram or not. So let us know. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for joining Joint Conversations. We will talk to you next week when we have another topic, and you get to join in and be part of the conversation. We'll talk to you later.